hit that like button for your boys. It's free, it helps me out, and it don't cost you a thing.
You're only focused on black people. Why are you only focused on black people?
Black Americans at that.
Person, I think it's
let me help you out. You're not a black person.
You are not black, and that's, hold on. You not black, homie. Let's get that right. Just because you can come over here and blend in with us, in a sense, you are not us, homie. When Kendrick said they not like us, he was talking about you, gang.
Same hood, same friends, that's if you're looking for me. But if them laws looking for me, that's a different story. Ay.
Some things, for example, in the USA, like a black person they have an 88% chance of being, killed by another black person. So, for example, like criticizing their own community, trying to help black people and change the culture so that they're not, hurting each other, killing each other, and actually trying to be better. These are things that, people like Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens do say.
Wait, do you really think Charlie Kirk cares about black people killing black people? You believe that?
I mean, if he's pointing out statistics that are true, that, certain percentage of the population, but committing a large proportion of the crimes, and fundamentally...
Let me ask you a question. And really, they got to improve the educational system over there. And this is precisely why I started off. I said that education is hugely important for solving the Charlie Kirk situation. Let me destroy that statistic real quick. Number one, it's goofy for a number of reasons. You don't even need facts. You can just use logic. Let's use a bit of logic. Take a wild guess. Do blacks live mostly around Asians, Arabs, whites, or blacks? A, B, C, or D? What do you think?
Other blacks.
Oh, they live around other blacks, but that wouldn't be unique, because do you think that maybe whites live mostly among whites? Would you say that? Would you think that maybe Indians live mostly around Indians? Would you think that?
That's true.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. So if you see crime happening, it would mostly be blacks doing it to blacks merely because they live among one another, right?
Yeah, that's true. But
okay, great. So that's destroyed. That's idiocy. Now let me show you how biased you are.
Amount of crime that
1 second, young man. Let me show you how biased you are. Now, you said 80% of crimes.
88% of black people are murdered by other black people.
88% of black people. It looks like you're reading right now.
No, I'm on another screen. I can see right now. Like that's just I've researched. I've looked at it before. And
okay, it's just that I could see like you usually have two different focus points, and you were using.
I was just looking at the chat because it's on the side.
Oh, you're looking at the chat. Okay, fantastic. Stay here, stay focused. You're gonna need your focus here. I promise you. So, what percentage? Now hit me with that percentage one more time, just real quick.
88%.
88% what?
Of black people are killed by other black people.
Okay, 88% of black people are killed by other black people. Very good. Now, without looking at your screen or looking at the chat or researching, what percentage of white people are killed by other white people?
I believe it's around, I think it's around a similar percentage. I don't know exactly, but...
The fact that you don't know exactly tells me that you don't care, right? You're hyperfixated on the black community. But the fact that you know that it's a similar percentage tells you that you're being biased, because, homie, if they're killing each other at similar rates, then is it unique that is black on black crime really a unique thing? Because there's white on white crime. There's Hispanic on Hispanic crime. I think most crimes are crimes of proximity, not of race, right? But when it comes to us, they always paint us with the dirtiest brush. You know what I'm saying? Black people find something, we stole that stuff. Christopher Columbus find America, he founded it, right? It's always this with us, and it's always these tethers, man. This dude ain't even American, bro. I hate tethers like this. And don't get me wrong, not all black people who aren't Americans are tethers, but it's dudes like this who will come over here, call us an Akata, while simultaneously benefiting from a Morehouse scholarship that's meant for a black American, right? Like, you got to understand, our forefathers who went through the civil rights movement fought for y'all to even be over here like that, gang. And that's every race and minority, gang. You can really look this up. We really, we them defiant ones that kind of led the way for this stuff. Them And I hate it when people say we are not our ancestors, because honestly, we not, bro. They were resilient, strong, and really made some changes in this world, man. But dudes like this will come over here and undermine all of our causes. Let's keep going.
Why is it? No, real quick. Why is it you seem to be able to marshal the statistics of the bad things the blacks do? And I just said simply, let's look at the analog. What percentage of whites are killed by whites? And then all of a sudden you're like, that doesn't strike you as like, well, geez, I can't be a rational person. Like the most basic assumption would be to check the analog, right? To check the counter. It'd be the most basic thing. Why didn't you do that?
Right.
But my point was they're coming in this.
No, I didn't ask you what your point is. I asked you, why did you not do the basic thing of checking the other side?
Compare and contrast, buddy.
Looking at black people, I'm only focused on them. I'm not focusing on.
You're only focused on black people. Why are you only focused on black people?
Black Americans at that.
Person, I think it's
let me help you out. You're not a black person.
You are not black, and that's hold on. You not black, homie. Let's get that right. Just because you can come over here and blend in with us in a sense, you are not us, homie. When Kendrick said they not like us, he was talking about you, gang. And that you can tell the difference. See, if you want a prime example of the difference between a real black person and a tether, look at this clip from Fresh and Fit.
He is too. I'll give you a pass. I'm sorry. I'm not.
If she wants me to say it, I'll say it.
Some people say I'm not black, and some people say I'm Arab.
Give me the pass.
I give you the pass.
Pass.
He says that all the time.
I'm sick and tired of these. Fuck my country up.
All right, I take my pass. And he's a nigga too. You're done. Because you got nigga.
It's harder when a white boy says it, huh?
Only tethers would allow some bull like that. Straight up. One from Sudan, one's from Barbados. Both of them are self-hating Negroes that will sit and align themselves with people that are known racists, like known Nick Fuentes. These two are friends with Nick Fuentes. You know what I'm saying? And look at this goofy smile on this ninja face. I don't like these tethers, gang. Shout out to all my real blacks across the diaspora, man. The people who know what's up and be on code with it. But dudes like this, young self-hating Negroes, yeah, man. He was the one that Harriet Tubman used to have to splack off when she was coming to free the other slaves because he was going to snitch the massa, straight up.
Looking at crime data, supposedly, from the United States of America. Those are foundational black Americans. That's a different ethnic group. You're a Nigerian young man. So that is comparable to someone being Chinese and saying, well, you're not a foundational black American. You're Chinese. You're from a totally different place.
You are not us, gang.
So why are you so concerned with what's going on with the foundational black American? Are you a foundational black American?
I mean, not by the definition. No, I'm in the UK.
No.
Yeah, you're in the
by
UK.
definition. You're not.
You in the UK. What are the crime statistics of the Negroes over there in the UK? Right, y'all ain't even Negro, right? We Negro. What are the crime statistics of the Nigerians in the UK? I bet they don't say nice things about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own community to really be nitpicking that and get it, but y'all always want to get into it with us, gang. What is the diaspora wars about, gang? As soon as we want to separate ourselves, distinguish ourselves, and let it be known that, yo, we like, y'all don't want us to take part in y'all culture, we gonna lean on our own culture. We have a rich history here that we can, I don't know what that noise was. Hold on. Yeah, my dog tripping. We both heard the noises. But anyway, we got a rich culture here that we can lean on. You know what I'm saying? And we are proud of that. Now we don't consider ourselves Africans because a lot of us don't have ties to Africa. It ain't been not one African country that came to say, hey, give us our niggas back. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, we've been here since the soil was plotted. Like, we are here. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us, gang.
You're not in any way. You have no connection to the foundational black American. That's like saying an Italian and a German are the same because they're both white.
And
They're
only
not the
in
same. Would you
America is that the case.
No, the same.
Yeah, no, they're not the same. One's Italian, one's German. They're different ethnic groups. Categorically, yes, they're both white, but they're unrelated. And in fact, when you look, say, take the British, since you're in UK, the British and the Germans, they're both white, correct?
Yeah.
But they're not the same, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. So you're a Nigerian. I'm a foundational Black American. We're not the same. So
We're
why the
not
hell
the
are you
same,
so
gang.
concerned about what we're doing?
I was just bringing up the point in that.
I'm asking you, why are you so concerned
Why
with
are
what
you
we're
so
doing?
obsessed with
Because you're
us?
not us.
This
Why are you so obsessed with me? Oh, I wanna know. Lying at you next to me, you are a tether. Oh, you delusional, why you losing your mind? What up, man? Shout out to Mariah Carey, gang. I posted that song you did.
definitely some analogs and some comparisons between.
There are no analogs because you're totally a different culture. You're Nigerian. I'm foundational Black American. Someone's German, someone's British. Those are different cultures. We're not the same. So you have no reason to be concerned with what we're doing. That's number one. The reason you picked that up is because we're both Black and you hate your Blackness. And you can express that through Charlie Kirk. And that's been implanted in you and you know not. Now, understand this. Here's the other point. Because Charlie Kirk has more of a reason to talk about it than you. He's at least an American. He's at least in the same damn country. And he can pretend that our affairs affect him, which they don't. Because you yourself said 80% of Black people are murdered by Black people, which means that Black on Black crime is the issue, not Black on white crime. So white people probably don't have a big issue because they live among themselves. Now, that was obliterated, and also I exposed you for being an unreasonable racist, which is to say, if you were a reasonable person, you probably would have at the basics said, well, white people commit white on white crimes at this rate, which is different than the Blacks, but you didn't even do the basic research on that. Number one. Then if you were really smart, like I told you in our last session to be more prepared, you would have showed up and said, oh, in addition to that, I also can tell you that the ethnic Chinese, they commit Chinese on Chinese violence at just 17%, which lets you know that there is a problem within said community because there's a huge disparity. But you didn't do your research because you didn't want to do the research. Why didn't you want to do the research? Because you need that narrative of Black people being impulse uncontrolled animals. That's why you didn't do the research, young man, because you're in an era where it's easier than ever to do research. Now, let me finish.
Ooh, let it breathe. Let it breathe. Because he is cooking this boy. Let me grab a plate. I need to get up and grab a plate, a fork. Whoo, let it breathe, Marquette. Damn, look at this boy hair. Fried. Jimmy Neutron head ass. Sheen head ass. I'm on him, man. I gotta roast this kid because he really done made me mad. Big man, dark ass. You, ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm on him, cuz. Look, big chili cheese fry used to eat head ass. Big old I eat scones head ass. Boy, you in boy, we done whooped y'all ass a long time ago. Boy, this is America. We American Blacks. You understand me? Know what I'm saying?
Is breaking you down like Legos. Dig this. In addition, you want to talk all of this stuff about, violence, the Blacks are violence. This is your Charlie Kirk talking point, young man. How many people have whites murdered?
In all of history?
However you want to take it. All of history.
Man, you don't want to go for all of history, gang.
Last week, let's rewind a little bit. I'm gonna make it easier. These are setups. I've already thought 10 moves ahead. I'm just setting you up real quick. So walk with me, young man. What's the definition of murder?
Unjustified killing of another human being.
Unjustified. Who decides if it's justified?
It depends on the person. I mean, you can look at it from a legal standpoint or more, it depends, but.
Okay, so let's take a legal standpoint. Legal, meaning laws. Laws come from what? Governments, correct?
Yep, correct.
Great. Now, if you were under the government, which was in fact a government, would you agree?
Yes.
Then the of all of the people who will remain nameless, the small hats, murdered 6 million of them. That was according to the law, which was justified by the government, meaning it was okay. So it wasn't then by your definition. Do you realize that? Do you realize just by your definition, meaning unjustified according to the law, if the Nazis are the government and they say that it's okay to kill these people, then it's justified. And this is not new in European history, right? Colonialism that's all of colonialism.
Right. When we kill somebody, it's and it'll be gang wars, right? It'll be a lot of these black on black statistics that they like to throw in each other's face. You got to understand that these are the lowest of the lowest vibrational black people in America, right? These are gangs that are warring with other gangs that have been doing this stuff since, you know, the 50s and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff has a real history behind it. But needless to say, this is a percentage of a percentage. But when we look at the world on a global scale, the greatest atrocities that have ever been committed have been by pale colored people. We just gonna keep that a whole 100, gang. I'm talking dropping nukes. I'm talking genocide. When they not warring with each other, they warring with us. Like, it's never a point where they are not warring. Look it up in American history. There has never been a point in American history where we have not been engaged in some type of warfare. White folks love to, man, we do some killing. White folks do some killing. Americans do some killing, but white folks started that. And it's funny, right? Like, when Al Capone was dropping bodies in Chicago, I'm talking killing people in the street. We praise Al Capone. Scarface is an icon. But King Von is a demon for, you know, his little 7 bodies or however many you know what I'm saying? Like, they talk about modern day Chicago like there isn't a history, like they didn't learn that behavior from the white people who were there first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Let's be real about this, man. Let's keep going.
Which means that your crime statistics never account for the murder of the ruling class. It's not when they do it. It's when you do it, Toby. But when they do it, it's justified. Just like you said, you're a good lapdog for them. Do you understand the logic that I just broke down for you, or is it confusing? I can run it back if you need me to.
I mean, I understand, but I mean, you didn't let me say my main point.
No. I'm just saying.
You don't get to talk.
Understand.
Look, shut your mouth, Toby. You don't get to talk. You one of them ones who will come over here and call us akata behind our back, but still try to benefit on everything that we got set up here for us. Shut your mouth, Toby.
You understand how the crime statistics get cooked. For example, you know Donald Trump murdered some people on a boat recently, right? Supposedly coming out of Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that murder or was that justified?
Legally, it would be justified considering it was a government.
I'm asking you. Was it justified or was it murder?
I mean,
when Caitlyn Jenner ran that person over, was that considered murder or was it justified manslaughter? You know what I'm saying? You think if that had been a black person, they would have got off like that? Especially a person without money. Think about it. Diddy about to do more time in prison for hiring male prostitutes than Caitlyn Jenner did at all for murdering a person. I'm just saying.
I mean, personally, I would say it was. I wouldn't say that's justifiable to do that to people, but by a standpoint, that would have been.
Yeah, it's really tough, you see, because the ruling class, your white supremacists, when they do it, it is justified, and when they do it, it's not accounted in the crime statistics because they decide who the criminal is, and it's you. It's not them. You see, I bet you there's no crime statistics on with regards to the Native Americans. We don't know how many they killed. Kind of hard to count, probably. How many Africans did they kill? Just transporting Africans to the New World. We don't know, but even if we did know, it's not considered murder because you guys are not humans. You're property. You're chattel. How many people were killed once?
Look at his face. He is hitting him in the chest with this truth. Look at his face. He looks distraught. He just blew his whole world up. He wanted black people to be inherently just bad so bad. What is it with self-hating Negroes, bro? I almost feel sorry for you, Toby. I really do. Because I can tell you don't like there's a big skin bleaching culture over there. They don't like they melanin, gang. And I love the fact that, especially throughout the civil rights, like, our black people over here embrace the afro, embrace the kinky curls, embrace the dark skin. Growing up, man, I'll be 100% real with you. I didn't like my darkness. You know what I'm saying? But once I really realized just how beautiful the skin I'm in is, dog, I walk around like I'm the shit because I am. Like, I'm copper colored, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm brown skin. This is the best skin to be in. Nigga, I glow in the sun, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it.
Blacks were recognized as humans. Do we have the data on it? Interesting. So what I'm pointing out to you, young man, is that you would follow Charlie Kirk, who's trying to suggest that there's something wicked in the black DNA that makes them so violent. And that's why they have these terrible, unfavorable statistics that show that they're killers. Yet you would observe whites like Ukrainians. Would you say Ukrainians are white? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that Russians are white? Yes or no?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay,
I mean,
great. Thanks for using reality. I appreciate it. Now, they're killing each other, right? They're calling it war. But one of those sides is not justified. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of those sides is committing murder, right?
Yeah, according to my
Great. Now, do you think that they're counting that as murder in crime statistics anywhere on earth?
It depends. I mean, Russia.
No, dummy. They're not counting it as. I can't even ask you guys questions when you people come on here. Of course, they're not counting it as murder. They're calling it war, and they're calling it justified, just like the Europeans who call themselves Israelis are killing the kids in Gaza. Are they calling that murder? No, they're calling it war. That's what they do. They lie. Their chief tool is deception. And in their lies, you can never account for what they're actually doing. And that's how Charlie Kirk fools people like you. The American government goes into, which is to say white supremacists, goes into Iraq, mass murder. They go into Afghanistan, mass murder. They go into Syria, mass murder. They go into Libya, mass murder. They caused the Ukraine-Russia war, mass murder. They support what's going on in Palestine, mass murder. Now, point is, none of it do they count in crime statistics as murder. None of it. But they have a bloodthirst, these people. There's something in their DNA that causes them to kill because they've never stopped killing, my dear boy. They've been on a killing spree. My whole life, your whole life, your grandmother's whole life. But that's not in the crime statistics. So you Charlie Kirk acolyte, so you tell me, what are the crime statistics on those wars that I put out? Like white people killing people in an organized, efficient fashion.
Bro.
It's not in the crime statistics. Do you understand?
You gotta think. And I take my hats off to white people, right? Because it takes a certain type of just special, I don't know, wickedness? I ain't gonna say wickedness. I'm gonna say, I don't know, it's like evil genius. Like, black people, if you really look throughout history, black people have pretty much inherited damn near every continent on this planet before, you know, white people kind of got there type shit, right? Like, if you look in Australia, the Aboriginals, black people. If you look, like, everywhere you go, when they dig up the land, it kind of shows that darker people were here first, right? They say we all started off in Africa and then spanned out, right? So when you think about that and you really look at the history of white people, they haven't been here as long as we have. And in that short amount of time, they they got on their shit, man, and started by high hook or crook, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling them an enemy, right? I don't feel like white people are my enemy, right? I got a few white people that I don't mess with a lot of white people on a day-to-day basis, but I got my white, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my white folks and my peoples, you dig? But ultimately, man, I have a healthy respect for the white people throughout history who were evil and just revolutionized war like that, because, and man, you got it, bro. That's it takes a certain type of just soullessness to be able to do that. You did? And yeah, they do that. You know what I'm saying?
Understand my point?
Yeah. I think that's,
do you because you use the term justified, do you recall that most of the countries on earth said that the invasion of Iraq was unjustified? So by your definition, everyone who died in Iraq as a result of the American presence would have been murdered, which would make it a crime, an international crime, in fact, a crime against humanity, in my opinion. That being the case, is that going to show up in crime statistics that Charlie Kirk uses?
most likely not.
Of course not, because they redefine things. They redefine things to change the game, to move the goalposts, to lie.
We're going to end it right there, man. And I'm going to end it by saying Charlie Kirk passed debating at a white campus with white people. And his last words, they were asking about, you know, how many trans people do you think commit mass shootings? And then they had asked, how many mass shootings do you think happen? And he just had to bring up, are you talking about with or without gang violence? And we know when they say gang violence, they mean black people, bro. When they say thugs, they mean black people. Like, we already know the lingo that they use when they can't use the N-word, right? But he got killed by a white man. White on white violence. The second that it happened, they switched to, well, it's not white on white violence. It's Democrat versus Republican. It's extremist versus, you know, wholesome. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because it's everything but white on white crime. Oh, he has a mental health issue. Oh, and then when they prove that he comes from a Republican family, you know, it's mental health. It's always something. But with us, it's just clear-cut murder every time. There's no room for amnesty or, you know, gray area. It's crazy, gang. But that's all I got for y'all in this one, man. How y'all feel about that one? Y'all feel like Marquette broke that dude down? I feel like Marquette broke him down to a fraction. Shout out to the Saint in the Center, gang. I've had my thoughts about you in the past, but ultimately, you do this at a high level. I respect it, gang. Salute to you. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section, man. That's all I got for y'all in this one. Be sure to check me out on the next one. Road to 5K. We on the way. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. Comment down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, gang, you know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Gains. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, life isn't about making it from point A to point B. Life is about living in between the gaps. Peace out.
Lane sippers and mean strippers who just all up at the green and it means just fast living. And I'm not one to judge, cause I've been off that mud double cup with no fucks when I pass limits. And who don't like the smoke and get gone off a cone, but it would not get blown unless gas in it. Hold up, we bout to roll up. I got some smoke, keep you up like it's Folgers. Rookies try to hit the cookie, fuck around and throw up. So we drop the hottest pen verse and it blow up. But we got some recognition from a nigga, so what? We be walking down the street, get beats like they know us. Now bitches in the sheets, but the freak on the meat skis, keep grab the feet. Hell yeah, make them toe touch. You know what? I go nuts, but yet I'm steady focused. Probably from the biomass, flower, no lotus. I can't even think how many trees we done smoked up. Whatever the number, gonna fuss, you'll need a tow truck. Getting shit across the seas with ease, put a boat up. That's no lie, baby girl, no joking. Shorty said she can't swim, I'm behind the back stroking. Do it for the love of buzz, stuff a blunt, make it swell.